Hello everyone, this is week 4 of the MLD. I'm your coach of the PULSE Diancies. Let's go. So currently we're 3-0, and there are two other 3-0 teams. I'm facing one of them this week, the Toronto Tepigs. I think I have a pretty bad matchup, honestly. I might have said that last time, and looking back, I didn't really have a bad matchup. This one, I definitely have a very bad matchup, and I'm gonna get into why. Let's just run through their team. First off, a Scyther. I don't really expect it because I have Skarmory, but it can Swords Dance, it can get Knockoff and U-Turn, and just Staff Technician Dual Wingbeat. Can also get Defog because of Heavy Duty Boots, so that's something I should watch out for. Next is Greninja. And so on first thought, you may think, like, okay. At first glance, you may think, okay, cool, what's Greninja going to do? It can Spike Stack, sure, it gets like U-turn, and it gets a lot of coverage, but, like, you know, you can manage that, right? Right? No, because here's the thing. They allowed Protein Greninja, and I have no idea why. There is a restriction where it cannot run choice items, like it can't be choice scarf, it can't be choice specs, but Life Orb Protein Greninja is still really, really, really strong, and I don't know why this thing is allowed. In my opinion, it should definitely be banned, but I'm not the owner of the league, and so I don't know. It's very strong. Next is their Dynamax Pokemon, and this is really where I start really having the bad matchup, because it's Alolan Marowak, and Alolan Marowak gets Lightning Rod, which is very, very good for my electric terrain team. This thing just shuts down Tapu Koko. I don't know, my Tapu Koko actually cannot do anything to it, and there are very few things, I think there's like only one or two things at all, which can even take a hit from Alolan Marowak, let alone under Dynamax. And so I will definitely I don't even know how I'm gonna deal with this thing. Actually I do know, and I have prepped for it, and I will get into that, but just going in is that I don't really know. Next is Umbreon. Gets synchronized, which is kind of annoying, and it's really just a big wall. Gets Wish and stuff. And so I have a couple ways to deal with that, but really it's like it's really annoying. Next is Mega Gardevoir. It's a great wall breaker, honestly. It hits very, very hard with like Focus Blast, Mystical Fire, Psychic, Psyshock, Hyper Voice, stuff like that. It can get Calm Mind as well, and if it starts setting up Calm Minds, honestly, it can just kind of spiral out of control very quickly. Plus, the base 100 is actually pretty fast. So, like I said, great wall breaker. Next is Gliscor. It's a pretty good wall, honestly. It does have that 4 times weakness to ice, but it takes so many other hits that it's just the running that 4 times ice weakness is worth it. Plus, it gets Stealth Rocks, Defog, U-Turn, Roost to get a knockoff. It gets like a ton of utility like that. Plus, with its ability of Poison Heal coupled with the Toxic Orb, it can basically have leftovers, but twice every single turn. Well, yeah, just leftovers, but twice. So that's definitely something that I need to watch out for. Aegislash is next. I can remember physical and special. I'm definitely more scared of the special set. Like I don't really know. There isn't really much that can take Spec Slash Cannon, Spec Shadow Ball, stuff like that, Spec Steel Beam, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm not going to appreciate it, whatever it is. Hitmontop is next. It also kind of acts as a wall. It gets Rapid Spin too. It gets Triple Axle, which is cool coverage, I guess. It does get priority. I think it gets Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, and Sucker Punch, which is kind of cool. But honestly, it's just kind of good like that. I have used it in the past, and it has done pretty well for me. Next is one of those users, Slowbro. I forget what the other one is. And Slowbro gets a lot of coverage. It gets like Scald and Ice Beam and stuff. But the more important bit is that it has an insanely high physical defense, Regenerator, Trick Room, and Teleport. Now, the reason I mentioned Trick Room is that, well, there is quite a bit of the team that does not couple with Trick Room. There is one thing that does, and its name is Alolan Marowak. And like I mentioned, I kind of just died of this thing, even with me outspeeding it. And so if it's outspeeding me, I definitely die to it. And so I definitely have to stop that Trick Room from going off. If it happens. So Druddigon is next. It gets Stealth Rocks. It gets Glare. It doesn't really do much else. I don't know. I haven't really used Druddigon, so I haven't really played it. I don't really know what it does. Then last is Slow Valley, which can be any type, which is pretty cool. It gets Defog, gets like Surf, Ice Beam, Flamethrower. Quite a lot of coverage, honestly. And so, just whatever that is, I just have to play to that and hope it all works out. And so, let's get into the team that I brought. First off, we got Ornate Zygarde. Running Roselli Berry for Gardevoir. Honestly, I probably should have just ran no item because looking at my opponent's replays in the past, they like to run Poltergeist on Alolan Marowak, and if I have no item, if I am not holding an item, Poltergeist fails, which is very good, and so I probably should have just run no item just for the Poltergeist. But Thousand Arrows, Rest, Coil, Toxic. Coil is just so I don't get demolished by Foul Play, but honestly, I would have to get a lot of coils up just to break like Slowbro and Gliscor and stuff, and so that's really more of a late game thing where I'm able to do that, rather than something I should just go for. It's mainly going to be used as a defensive wall. That's why I'm running max defense. So that's that. Next is Ditto. If this thing can copy Greninja with the right set, it kind of goes in, but if the Greninja is the wrong set or it can't come in, I don't know, it doesn't really do much. It is still the Dynamax, so just in the event I could copy Alolan Marowak and then just Dynamax alongside it, even though I'm going to be dealing a lot less damage. It might be the difference between me surviving it and me not surviving it. And also if I can copy Gardevoir, they have very limited switch-ins to it. I think it's like Air Slash, and that's kind of it, honestly. Like, nothing else really wants to take both a Psychic and a Hyper Voice from a Mega Gardevoir. So that's pretty cool. Ninetales. So I found about Ninetales. I think that's the last Mon. I've brought every single Mon to at least one game now. We're just running Aurora Veil. So, probably should have switched Blizzard for Freeze Dry just to break Greninja and Slowbro, but I didn't, so that's that. Hypnosis, 60% accurate, but if I can't put something to sleep, especially like an Alolan Marowak that's Dynamaxed, that's very good. And then Hex coupled with Hypnosis, cool. Plus, if I have Toxic on Zygarde, I can sort of break stuff like Mega Gardevoir, Slowbro, stuff like that. A lot easier. Yeah, we're just running like Clay too. So, Drapion is next. I didn't really want to run Assault Vest, but I kind of had to because, like I said before, nothing really takes hits from Major Slash except this. This takes hits from Major Slash. Pursuit. You may think Pursuit is for Alolan Marowak. It is. But Alolan Marowak has base 110 defense, so even if it does get that double Pursuit bonus from it switching out, it still only does like 50%, so knockoff is good utility. If I can knock off the Thick Club, that's really good. Leech Lava just for coverage and Poison Jab is just for stab. We're also running Spidef Corsola, Stealth Rock, Nightshade, Haze, and Strength Sap. Haze is just to stop setup sweeps. Nightshade for damage, Stealth Rock for Stealth Rock, and then Strength Sap for recovery. And then finally, we are running Expert Belt, Tapu Koko. U-turn is for momentum because Tapu Koko literally cannot do anything until Alolan Marowak dies. So we're probably just going to be U-turning every time. Taunt is to stop Trick Room. Hidden Power Ice will KO Zygarde. Gliscor, I mean, it will KO Zygarde, but I have Zygarde, so it doesn't really matter. Gliscor, after Rocks, I think it guarantees a KO 100% of the time. And then Thunderbolt, just for stab. That's the team I brought, so let's get into the replay. So another thing is that they didn't bring Aegislash, which I am very happy for, but they brought, like, all of the other things that I'm scared of, and, like, Audino too. Oh, I didn't even go through that. They probably dropped that for something. Oh, well, they have Audino, right. Anyway, I led Ninetales. The reason I led Ninetales, I was thinking about leading Zygarde, but I figured if they led Gliscor, which was a very real possibility, and I led Zygarde, there was nothing I could do. They would get their Toxic Orb, and they would get Stealth Rock up, and then I would be in a very bad spot. Although, I am in a very bad spot right now, because Marowak is in my lone Ninetales. So I go for Hypnosis here. This was a misplay. I'm just gonna say it. This was definitely a misplay. I should have just went into Zygarde. I definitely should have. Plus, I miss here. So now I am taking a Poltergeist, and yeah. So I don't really know what I was thinking when I go for Hypnosis again here, and I missed again. So that's cool. So now I was like, okay, sure, you're gonna go Drapion or Corsola, right? Yeah, no, I fired again and I missed again, and so this series of misplays, it's very bad for me. I don't really even know what I was thinking. I should have just went Zygarde turn 1, because there was really nothing that the Alolan Marowak could do except maybe Stealth Rocks. And even then, that would be better than me having to take a Poltergeist on an Alolan Ninetales and just have it instantly die so that I have absolutely nothing that can hit Gliscor. Yeah, not really sure what I was thinking there. So, my Aurora setup is gone. My Hail Chip is gone. It's bad. I'm not having a good time. Anyway, I go into Drapion just to try to revenge kill it. They make a smart play here. They stay in. I was expecting them to switch out, so I go for knockoff. Yeah, they're probably just gauging that, so they know I am Assault Vest now. So they can probably switch out if they want, but they just go Slowbro. And I go into Corsola, just take on the Mega Gardevoir better. Anyway, they go Marowak now, and I decide this is a good moment to get my Stealth Rocks up. And so now, the old Marowak's in, and I am forced to go Zygarde. There is absolutely nothing else I can do. And this is where I said I should have ran no item. Because now I would be at 100, and now I'm at 50. Yay! Anyway, they go back into Slowbro now, which I was not expecting. I was expecting them... I don't really know what I was expecting. Anyway, I go for knockoff here, as they go for teleport, and now I know that they are, in fact, the Z move. Either way, they go Gliscor now, and so I am not in a good spot. I kind of just have to go Zygarde again, which is very bad for me, because they just get their Defog, and they just get their Stealth Rocks, and there really is not anything I can do. They don't go for Stealth Rocks, they go for U-turn, back into Slowbro, and I just go for Thousand Arrows, because I was thinking about going for Toxic, but I figured there really wasn't much I could do anyway, and so I should probably... I don't even know I went for Thousand Arrows, honestly. But either way, I go into Ditto now. I go for Slack Off. And the set I see is Scald, Ice Beam, Teleport, Slack Off. And so they're like, okay, let's just teleport out. So I go for Teleport, and so now I know that they are also going for Teleport this turn, because that's the only way that would work. I go into Coco, as they go into Marowak. So I am just forced to U-turn. Can go back into Zygarde. This is, again, where I think running no item would definitely have been extremely helpful. Because now I would be at, like, 70 instead of 27. Either way, I attempt to rest, and... yeah, I kind of forgot that Electric Terrain stops sleep. It was bound to happen. But yeah, now I am really in a bad spot, as they just get to U-turn yet again. It's probably not good for the Maker. And so now I have 0 switch-ins, so I'm just forced to die. And as you may notice, this is not going well for me. But I still have Ditto, I still have Coco, and so I'm not completely out of this game. I'm definitely not, especially because They withdraw, and I get to Pursuit Trap them and deal so much damage. Unfortunately, I can't get rocks up, but, like, it's not really too bad. Anyway, I figured they would teleport, so I just go into Zaggard in order to get Greninja in. And I figured I would just go into Coco. I'm not sure why I went into Coco. I probably should have just went into Ditto, but I also felt like they could U-turn. Anyway, they go for Ice Beam. And I figured I could live any hits and just kind of kill them afterwards, so it's not really too bad. Anyway, they get to go into Autono, which is just a really, really strong regenerator core with Slowbro and Autono. As I am now going back into Dravion, which can actually do nothing to the Slowbro. And so I just knock off again. There is no point in doing any of that. I just poisoned Jab to try to get the poison. But I don't get the poison, and I just can't really do anything. They get their Stealth Rocks up now, which is even worse for me. But the Electric Terrain is gone, so I can't actually rest now. So I do actually have one thing that can take hits from that. But I stay in because I figured they would teleport, so there. Anyway, Greninja comes out, so I do have to go into Ditto. And the set I see just tells me, yeah, so you thought you were going to win this game, didn't you? You know, nope, you're not. The set I see is U-turn, Rock Slide, Ice Beam, Shadow Sneak. That is no Water Stab, and that is no Dark Stab. This is why I am saying Protein Greninja is stupid. It doesn't need to run stab moves because everything is stab. Anyway, because of the set, I actually just can't do anything. And so all I can do now is just hope to get as much differential with this thing as possible. But anyway, I U-turn now, just because I figured they wouldn't want to stay, and they'd probably go into, I don't know, honestly. I just go back into Coco. I just taunt here, because mainly to stop Trick Room from going up. Right now I'm like, okay, I get 6-0'd. I can't beat their stupid core walls. I'm not even sure how I went for HP. I was probably predicting a glide score switching. But yeah, they go for Body Slam, which just tells me, you really you aren't winning this one. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Anyway, Zyra comes out now, and they just go back into Slowbro. But yeah. I thought they'd teleport again, so I went for Toxic. And I didn't get the Toxic off on the Slowbro, but they just went for Ice Beam, so not really the best. I'm just kind of forced to rest again here. There isn't really much I can do. Except hope that they teleport out here, which is what they do. So now Greninja is back. And I just sacked Zygarde because, like I said, the only way I can possibly even hope to win is with Ditto. And what happens is I just go in here and I click the Dynamax button. Just try to get as much differential as possible. There really isn't hope for me in this game. I don't know. I have to try to just do as much as I can. Anyway, I do go for the Max Rock Fall. I am now Rock type. That's cool, I guess. They go into Slowbro. I just go for the Max Flutterby. I probably should go for the Max. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I just go for the Max Flutterby. It doesn't even kill because Slowbro is very powerful. They go to Autono, and so I Max Rockfall again, I believe. They protect. They protect here. I'm just gonna speed this up because there isn't really much left for me to do. And so What I do now is that I just have to go for the rock slide. Hope to flinch. Don't get the flinch. They just wish here. And so I go into Drapion. They go into slow row. So now they get a wish off on slow row. I guess I could try to start willing this thing down, but there isn't really much I can do. Anyway, they just teleport. I go into Ditto like, okay, cool. I can roost here, right? Right? I can get some recovery on Ditto. Hopefully I can start to drag this out longer, try to get up some more kills. They don't have roost. They don't. They have freaking U-turn, earthquake, stealth rocks, defog, which I probably should have been paying attention to. Anyway, I just go for Stealth Rocks. They go for Scald. And so I already knew I wouldn't be able to win this. But yeah, there wasn't really much hope left. Anyway, they just go for the Hydro Vortex. I go for their knockoff. Try to do as much as I can. Slowbro faints, and then Gardevoir picks up the last kill. So I expected to lose this match going into it. Like I said, I had a bad matchup. And sacking the Ninetales turn 3 was definitely not one of my best plays. If there was something, like I know I like analyzing the match, see what I did wrong, sort of, or what I could have done better. Definitely running Roselia Berry was a horrible idea that really only works if you don't think about it. Because Gardevoir is a potential answer to Zygarde, but Greninja and Slowbro also exist, so I don't really even know why they would send in Gardevoir on a Zygarde when, you have better options. Like I said, sacking the Ninetales was bad, and I should have just changed it to Freeze Dry. Didn't even really make a difference, but just it could have, and I probably should have changed it because I would have been able to spam that a lot easier. Plus, getting the Aurora Veil up and just hitting the Marowak repeatedly could have definitely changed the tide of this game. Because, like I said, once Marowak was gone, Coco absolutely destroyed. And so, not the best things that I have ever done, but hopefully I will be able to pick up a win next game. Just sort of learning from my mistakes and moving on. I still definitely have a shot at playoffs. I'm 3-1. This is by no means by no means failing. So I can definitely do this. I don't know. I'll see you all next time. Hopefully, I can get another win. Redeem myself from this loss here. And yeah, I'll see you all in week 5 then.